Deliberations in the corruption trial of New Jersey Democratic Senator Bob Menendez expected to restart tomorrow. The federal trial was delayed after a juror was excused due to prior commitments. That juror predicts the panel could wind up deadlocked.
Majority is still saying not guilty.
Oh, really? But it's changing, that more people are changing their minds to guilty? Is there anyone in there who's being a big advocate for guilty?
Oh, yeah, we have someone in there that just definitely don't want to hear it.
Is it the foreman or is it someone else?
No, it's not the foreman.
Okay, let's discuss this with David Schwartz, a defense attorney and former prosecutor, and Rachel Self, a trial attorney. Nice to see you both, and nice to have you here on set with us, Rachel.
Nice to see you. Thank you.
I have a few basic questions, pardon me, first off the bat. I mean, is it part of the jury handbook, jury duty handbook, that you can have a dismissal for a planned vacation, which is my understanding why Ms. Maltby is being dismissed? I mean, why was she chosen in the first place?
Well, this was permission that was given to her back by the judge in the beginning. She did advise him of this, and it wasn't necessarily anticipated that this case was going to take as long as it did.
But it's always a possibility, so why was she allowed to be
Right, but everything's put out in the open with jury selection. So jurors will tell you, I have a planned vacation, and then the judge and the attorneys will make a decision, and they'll say, oh, it's not going to last 8 weeks, it'll last 6 weeks, but here it lasted 8 weeks. You had the alternate, so it was no problem to let the juror go.
And that's why they have alternates, or for situations like this.
Okay, so she's no longer on the panel talking to the reporters, as we just saw. That's all legal, too.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, there's no order of the court to not speak with reporters, and there is an order of the court in jury selection to say to the jurors, don't talk about this case or watch the news or anything like that. So you're hoping that they're paying attention to that, and if they are paying attention to the judge's orders, they're not hearing what this woman is saying.
Right. While they're serving as a juror, they can't say anything to anyone. They can't even deliberate amongst themselves. They can't say anything about the case. But once you're released from that obligation, you could speak to reporters. You could speak to the attorneys. In fact, the attorneys many times speak to alternates that are released or jurors that are released. But you can't always go by the juror that's released. Many times that juror, she may say not guilty, but it turns out once they're deliberating, it turns into a guilty.
Yeah, because you just heard her speak again. That's Evelyn Arroyo Maltby. She's predicting that there will be a mistrial due to a hung jury. She was leaning towards not guilty verdict. She says, quote, they are friends. If I was rich and I had a lot of money and I want to take my friend somewhere, why can't I? And she went on to say that she feels that the senator did nothing wrong. The prosecutors are trying to railroad him. I mean, she's not a politician. The senator is. But in the case of Senator Menendez and Dr. Melgen, does this make it criminal?
Well, no, I don't think it does. And there's a case called McConnell where the Supreme Court came down in June and they said 8-0. They said, no, no, no. It needs to be a specific act for a specific favor. And here, I think they're going to have a really hard time proving that in this case.
I don't think so, because in the McConnell case dealt with setting up meetings. So if you're merely setting up meetings and you're getting all these gifts, that wasn't enough. However, in this case, Menendez is accused of setting up a lot more than meetings. He was a lobbyist, basically. He was advocating, he attended the meetings, and he's receiving all these gifts.
On behalf of the doctor.
On behalf of the doctor, yeah.
They were friends for decades before this. And
friendship means nothing.
But but it also means that they could be doing these things as they would normally do, and that's the argument that the defense is making, and it's a really solid argument. What the Supreme Court said in their case, and they made it very clear that the government is not permitted to run roughshod with this whole charge, and they need to be very careful, because otherwise you're going to have the government indicting people left and right when they don't like things that otherwise would be perfectly permissible.
But elected officials can't abuse their obligations. First of all, it violates every ethical conduct to accept, vacations to hundreds of thousands of dollars. Senator Menendez is accepting all this. That's totally unethical.
Well,
the question becomes, is it criminal? And if you have a quid pro quo and you have a timeline that connects these gifts with official acts, you do have bribery.
Right, but they don't have that here. There is no receipt proving any of this stuff. There's nothing that actually is going to connect it to make it clear for the jurors, and I think that's what this dismissed juror was saying.
So then what if there is a mistrial, David? What happens next? I mean, do they impanel a new jury? jury? Do they use alternates? I mean, is there...
If the government wants to reclass it.
But wait a minute. Would there have to be a change of venue? I mean, do they select from a brand new jury pool or just the alternates that are already there?
No. So first of all, the government has to take stock and say, do we want to retry this case? In this kind of case, I would think they would want to retry the case, and you'll just have a new trial.
And if they don't, then what happens to the senator?
Dismissed.
Then it'll be dismissed, and there won't be any charges against him. And a lot of times in cases like this, if there is a mistrial, the prosecution looks at this and they say, let's cut our losses. And they don't retry it, especially in light, I think, they knew the writing was on the wall because that McConnell decision came out. And then they started this case in September. When the McConnell case came out in June, they should have let it go, and they didn't.
Rachel, they're going to retry the case because there's no victim here where you have to worry about putting the victim back on the stand. So in this public corruption type of case, they're going to retry it because
the public is the victim.
Well, no, the public is but you don't have to. It's not like a rape case where you're putting a rape victim back on the stand for a whole new trial. So I think they would retry this case.
Well, and I think politics are definitely in that jury room. And people who are on one side of the political spectrum might be saying guilty. People on another side of the political spectrum are saying not guilty, and people are really strong feeling about their politics right now.
That's unfortunate if you know.
Yeah, because it shouldn't be in place in the court, in the courtroom. Okay, listen, Rachel Self, I'm so happy you're here in set with us.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
And David Schwartz, always good to see you.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Eric.
All right, thanks, Arthel, guys. Well, a Facebook group, if you heard about this, is taking a stand this Veterans Day weekend against NFL players who protest by refusing to stand for the national anthem. What it's calling on you